It's Madden NFL 22, and we've got a showdown in the Sunshine State. It's the Jags and the Dolphins, and it's coming up next.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? From the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Bring it, baby, bring it!
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. They'll run it now with Robinson. Gets past one man. Our check-in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 10 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
How about we shine a little spotlight on the offensive line? Those big guys up front are creating nice space, nice gaps for them to run through. I think he's going to go for over 100 yards in this game.
On 2nd down, it's Robinson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. On the run, it's Robinson. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run with Etienne. And trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now whistles here. And I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He's to the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the 4th quarter. But here, it's happening early. A definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this 1st quarter already. And now after that completion, they're set up 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed, and this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for Miami.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And for a while when this place opened, all the talk was about punts hitting the Giants scoreboard here in Arlington. I don't think we ever heard about a pass hitting the scoreboard, but that's probably about as close as you're going to get. That one was way up there.
And the final readout on Next Gen Stats, remarkable. That ball traveling close to 80 yards in the air. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limited to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Sanders' kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fielded right around the 8. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now, this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Running out of the gun with Etienne.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
On 1st down, Calhoun. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive.
And another thing that makes a comeback ball really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Josh Allen in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. The kick by Sanders is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. Sanders now to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. James Robinson and the rest of the Jags offense set to go to work once more. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
That's a nice throw there. He's obviously feeling pretty good, because remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
Xavier Howard up to make the tackle. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They run. Robinson. And this will be a Jaguars first down, as good running gets him to about the 44.
We got this.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Here's a give to Etienne. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Lawrence. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, that takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Miami's offense set and ready to go. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Shepard. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. That's going to set him back 5 yards. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. Now back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up fourth down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Jabril Peppers deep to receive. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Akeem Hicks, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
A handoff for Etienne.
They juked him. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The Jaguars on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
And the Jaguars send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Now a give, right side. Calhoun. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Let's go, come on!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Wide open, Gronkowski. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll run on first down. Calhoun. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Brian Flores learned under the master. He's going to go on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. James Robinson and the rest of the Jags offense set to go to work once more. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive back, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now stands at 13. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work.
He's struggled. His team has struggled. You talk to me a lot about looking to your leaders. Maybe it's time for him to put his mark on this game.
Agreed, and how that has to happen is somehow he's got to flush out everything that's happened so far and almost start over and get back to that confident level and know that he can play the game, because so far this has been a real struggle.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got the interceptions, trying to turn it around. Looking to throw again on second down.
Lawrence. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he must be on the field at all times.
Miami set to take over.
This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions, and then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll set up to throw.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Another catch there for Waddle. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
They're going to look to throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Jags are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
But that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game.
James Robinson and the rest of the Jags offense set to go to work once more.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. To throw again on second down, Lawrence. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Final play of the half, it's Lawrence. They'll drop that underneath to Etienne. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago. And as they approach halftime, it's the Bears who are out in front. A couple of touchdown strikes there from Justin Fields. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. Courtland Sutton, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And at this point, they trail the visiting Baltimore Ravens. 2 touchdown passes there for Tua Tagovailoa. We continue on with the check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And even though they've got work to do on the scoreboard, their running game has been solid. Over 100 yards rushing in that first half. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd down and 7. Back to throw here. Flush to his right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Second and 6. And this is Shepard on the catch. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Man open is Robinson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1.
And they'll run again.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Offense out there to go for 2.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Let's go. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
On second down, a run with Etienne.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
It's hauled in by Shepard. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught by Robinson. Oh, he shifts past him. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Out to the right here to Shepard. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now back to throw. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. On 1st down, Calhoun, and a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Miami, facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Touchdown!
Touchdown, Dolphins. It's complete. Sterling Shepard, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. On first down, Lawrence. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Lawrence. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Now Lawrence on first down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Here's Lawrence. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll run on first down. Calhoun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe the Dolphin got going a little early. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Returning is Peppers. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work.
And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And Cooks has it over the middle. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. A tackle almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Calhoun. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. And 2nd down.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Well, 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Sanders' kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Here's Higgins out of the right side. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Lawrence's throw taken in there by Cooks. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Lawrence going to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. He'll get that underneath Etienne. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Lawrence. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Gay is on for the point after. And the lead is down to 24. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting, but obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Miami,
they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year.
And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.